My lady looks more radiant than ever. Given their long-standing familial animosity, I cannot imagine her parents will ever accept a man of House Andrews. In spite of the obstacles in his way, I believe the young man values the great responsibility of being charged with my lady's heart. Oh, I see. There's some romance side story that I probably missed, huh? I was wondering if they were related to that family that supposedly took Kargo to the hospital, but I guess not. 1212. I've been in the hospital for a while now, and it's made my body weak, but that's why I'm doing this rehab. But after just a little bit of Patiri special kick-your-ass rehab course, I can almost walk again. Patiri's the best. She sometimes scares the heck out of me, but she gets results. Oh, and speaking of Patiri, my doctor gave me this book a while ago. Thing is, I got the exact same book from Patiri when she came to visit me. I'm a little worried that if Patiri sees 2 copies of the same book, she'll think I'm not grateful or something. So here, you can have the one my doctor gave me. Thanks. This looks like it's the final volume. I'll be sure to read it carefully. The Emperor had fallen to his knees, Free's sword protruding from his chest. He looked up at the sky and gave a dry, bare laugh. Found some humor in your end, have you? Asked Free. I think you two would best me, the Emperor said, his voice weak. I admit it. I underestimated you. You are by far the most powerful tools I ever had the pleasure of owning. Enough. We're not your tools any longer, Free said, gripping his sword, preparing himself to silence the Emperor forever. So he thought to himself, the moment to kill had come yet again. The thing he hated most. The thing he would never grow accustomed to. Things were different this time, given the man who stole away his humanity in the first place now sat at the end of his sword. But that didn't stop Free's head from trembling. Yes, Nine said gently, moving closer. We'll do it together, okay? Her typically light and relaxed expression was now serious and sincere. Okay, Free responded. This was it, the moment where the two would put their tragic past to rest. Nine placed her hands on Free's, steadying his weapon. Her warmth abated his trembling ever so slightly. They moved to raise the sword together. In response, the Emperor spoke once more. Every arch of your path thus far has been stained with blood, just as the rest of your life shall be. Your fates are immutable. Kill or be killed. Control or be controlled. You will end up no different than I. We will ever be one and the same. You're wrong, said Nine. We're no longer anyone's tools and we'll never force anyone to be ours. After this, we're done, said Free. You're the last person we're ever going to kill. The two took a deep breath and spoke in unison. Farewell. Off in some far-flung region of Calvard, a horse-drawn carriage plodded along. Aside from trains, most terrestrial transportation had long since switched to orbital cars, so such an old-fashioned mode of travel was a rare sight to see. The more rustic method did have a certain undeniable charm, however. A boy drove the carriage, while a girl of about the same age lay about within. It makes you wonder how he got that way, the boy said, leaning back to the Emperor's face, the one that had been obscured by both cloak and helmet. His appearance had been a portrait for his monstrous behavior. If anything, he had been rather handsome. If you don't mind rumors and hearsay, I might have an answer or two for you. The girl's response came from within the carriage, delivered in her usual sleepy drawl. I'm listening. Well, the girl's story went something like this. In a small country in some corner of the world, there once lived a vile, oppressive king. His reign was tyrannical, his rule evil, and his people lived in fear. One day he died, and his son, the crown prince, was enthroned. The prince, the new king, was, at his core, a kind, gentle soul who strove to govern in a fair and just manner. He was determined to avoid his father's errors, but perhaps because they were too accustomed to fear, no one met this new king's ideas with an open mind. Free assembly and speech had already been brutally suppressed during his father's reign, and the people's rage had already reached a boiling point. Violent voices grew louder and louder, eventually resulting in a revolution. The revolutionary army launched an assault on the royal palace and forcibly converted the country into a republic, holding the new king accountable for his father's sins. Suddenly finding his life at risk, he had no choice but to flee, leaving behind his country and his entire way of life. You're telling me this prince eventually became the overseer? The boy asked, his brow wrinkling in thought as he turned the story over in his head. Who can say, shrugged the girl. I don't know if a kingdom like that ever even existed in the first place. The girl rolled over to continue dozing as the carriage bumped and bounded its way along the road. Assuming this is more fact than fiction, then what? The boy asked. He was too kind and lost control of his kingdom, so he developed a powerful desire to control others? It's hard to believe. The boy trailed off. He had no intention of giving the overseer even a shred of sympathy, but strangely enough, he did find himself feeling a little pity for the man. The boy and girl fell silent for a few moments. The sounds that could be heard were the clapping of the horses' hooves and the creaking of the carriage. The boy broke the silence. What is it? The girl raised her head from her nap. Her voice remained as relaxed as ever, but the boy's tone suddenly grew tense. Is there any chance you could ever forgive me for what I did, for what happened between me and your brother? No, the girl's response was swift and blunt. The boy fell silent. He had no right to scorn her answer. Never, because he was my brother, and I loved him. He was the only real family I ever had, so... The girl paused for a moment. Her cheeks flushed red, and then she continued in a much louder voice. So if you want me to forgive you, you can't ever leave me. We need to stick together. Through thick and thin. You and me. NS. The boy smiled, his spirit a moment ago having left him. Of course, we'll always be there for each other. I'll have your back and you'll have mine. The girl could barely contain the emotions swelling in her chest at this point. Unfortunately for her, the boy continued talking. I'll do my best to fill his shoes from now on, and that includes making sure you get the education you need to grow into the best person you can be. This was, in fact, not the answer the girl had been looking for. I'm not talking about education, she exclaimed as she started violently shaking the carriage in frustration. What could be more important? Hey, calm down, this twin can't take too much abuse. It's rickety enough as it is. If we make it fall apart, we'll have to walk the rest of the way. The girl settled back down, still not fully satisfied with his response, but resolved to leave things be for a moment. The topic changed again. So, any ideas? For the time being, their plan was to head to Liberal or Le Mans, just as the boy had initially planned. But where to from there? They had yet to give it much thought. They knew they would be pursued by any number of people from the organization. Despite this, the two knew that as long as they stuck together, they'd find a way to manage. For the moment, they reveled in the idea of an unknown future, a new path to tread that was all their own. In any case, we need to find some kind of work, the boy said. Anything in mind? Well, he mused, a confident smile growing on his face. When we consider a skill set, how about something in theater? Not in your life, the girl swiftly retorted. Think about it, S. You're a terrible actor. Hey, I'm not that bad, and I'm sure a play would be way less pressure than an assassination mission. A tad deflated, the boy sank back into his seat, but then threw out another idea, one that's somewhat more plausible than the last. I know, how about we become racers? No way, the girl rejected the idea again, but with a bit less spike than before. I heard they get super busy, no sense escaping one grave just to work yourself into another. There's also the question hanging over in the air over where the Racer Guild would even consider taking on people with the duo's unique background. All things considered, however, it wasn't the most outlandish idea. Well, they did take in someone with that kind of background, so I think you two would be fine, as long as you follow the rules. Fine, what's your bright idea then? Me, the girl yawned. All I want to do is lay around in bed every day, just sleep, sleep, sleep. You're ridiculous, the boy sighed. His face then lit up suddenly as he remembered something. Oh right, what is it? Names, he said with a hint of excitement. I just realized we haven't shared our real names with each other. Oh right, N is short for Nadia, that's my real name. Mine's Swin. Huh, the girl said, hiding a small smile. So S wasn't too far off then. Pretty crazy coincidence. There was a good reason her nickname for him had been so close to his real name. Her brother had mentioned it in one of his letters. She had known Swin's name before their paths even crossed. After they had worked together for a bit, she decided she wanted to call him by something that resembled his actual name rather than his organization moniker. This, however, was something she intended to keep to herself. Well, in the end, you'll always be S to me, and I'll always be N to you, right? Yeah, you're right. The carriage continued its slow roll forward, as did their conversation. It was profound at moments, but was otherwise silly, lighthearted, and most of all, free. The boy's name was Swin S. The girl's name was Nadia N. Together they were travelers discovering their newfound humanity. The end. Okay, now I must report my books.
Let me take a look. Wow, this is very impressive.
Vitality Droplet 4. And 5. Allow me to thank you for all your hard work. At last, all of the Courageous 2's book notes are complete. How can I repay you for his favor? Maybe this would do. Black Zemurian Ore. Is this the chunk of Black Zemurian Ore? Where do you find it? It's long been in the possession of the Imperial Museum where I work. We didn't know of its true value until Professor Schmidt announced his ore research results. I spoke to the chief curator about it and she agreed to donate it to the Radiant Wings. Thank you, Dorothee. We'll use it well. I came to see the head nurse Nuez. I was hoping to visit her for a bit, but alas. I'm afraid she's away on an emergency call in the city. She did say she'd be checking in, though. Well, speak of the devil. Sorry I'm a little late. Oh my, everyone from Force is here. Thanks for everything back there. Seems like you've all been keeping busy. I'm somehow not surprised. But don't you worry about me. I'm just here to change His Majesty's trip and then it's back to the city. It's just a short journey on the train. Well, we're all just doing whatever we can. I take it you're here to check on Emperor Eugent? That's right, I heard his surgery was successful, but I was still concerned. That aside though, if you're here, too, that must mean... I'm here working in tandem with the Empire to support His Majesty's recovery. I'm also here to visit my aunt. I hadn't been able to find the time, and I figured this would be a perfect opportunity. With the name Salin, I thought there might be a family connection. Lucy's a part of the main family. Anyhow, the surgery was a success. With the patient connected to life support, we managed to remove the bullet and close the incision. It was a major surgery and largely unprecedented, but there was enough time to run a simulation. Indeed, the staff did a very good job. It's impressive that the specialized life support machine was ready so quickly considering its rarity. Especially with all the adjustments made for His Majesty. That's a sizable task in and of itself. It appears there was some information exchanged between the Intelligence Division and Salem headquarters after his shooting. They ordered the railway military police made sure the transport was safe and timely too. Interesting. I think that Major Claire and Lecter were working behind the scenes to help us. Anyway, overall the surgery was a success and the patient has been recovering well. Ordinarily, we would still not allow visitors at this point in time. But I suppose we can make a small exception considering the circumstances. You'll let us meet him? He is resting now, but perhaps there'll be less of a strain on him that way. Is that your medical opinion? Fine, I'll permit you visitation rights. I can give you 5 minutes, and please do stay quiet. Oh, hello everyone. Thank you for taking the time to visit. Empress Priscilla, how's His Majesty's condition? He's been sleeping well, as you can see. His face looks so calm and serene. It's hard to believe he's just gone through a major surgery. I owe my deepest gratitude to the staff of St. Ursula for saving him. I mustn't forget that. Not at all, Your Majesty. His tenacity and your dedication are just as much to thank. Without well wishes alone could do so much. I've been long watching over him, ever since the day I began my service to the palace as a young girl. I looked on as a creeping shadow of gloom wrapped itself around his very soul. The day he lost his beloved Ariel was the day he shut himself off from the world. It's been a long time since I've seen him so peaceful. It truly does bring me joy. Hey, is that right? Seems I've caused you no shortage of stress. Your Majesty! Oh. Priscilla, my dear, forgive me for all the worries I've given you. Don't be silly. It is ever my duty as Empress to support Your Majesty. Always so kind and considerate. What would I do without you? It is a blessing to be able to see you all again, one I am most thankful for. The honor is ours, Your Majesty. We're just relieved to see the operation went through all right. You're looking a lot better than we expected, actually. Indeed, the source of the curse appears to be leaving the Arnor bloodline be. In other words, the curse itself must be reaching its zenith. I think I'd be able to see it in my lifetime. This too must be Eidos' will. Right now, Eidos' will is for you to focus on your recovery. We'll sort things out from here. After all, I've got my own scores to settle. I wish we'd brought Princess Alpha and Prince Oliver along too. That's as it should be. My children have their own matters they need to attend to. Of course. Your Majesty, there's something else I have to inform you of. Rean tells Emperor Eugent a brief summary of the final volume of the Black Records. So that's how things are. These records, passed down through my bloodline for ages, spelled out history as we knew it. Yet now its eternal chronicle has finally come to a close. I once found myself tormented by these inescapable prophecies. But it seems the end of an era is upon us. Your Majesty. Go forth, my young lion cubs. Do not hesitate to follow the path that is true to yourselves. Yes, Your Majesty. We'll push through and find our way, that I promise. Rean Schwarzer, you have the same spirit as my ancestors before me. I sincerely pray you and your father are able to find the closure the two of you so rightly deserve. Soon after Emperor Eugent III fell asleep once more, Rean the heiress then left the ward entrusting his care to Empress Priscilla. Having said farewell to Cecile before it returned to Crossbell City, the group resumed their own journey. Seems you were able to spend your time meaningfully. Yes, not only were we able to speak to Her Highness, Empress Priscilla, we were even able to talk with His Majesty for a little bit. Is that so? Glad to hear it. I don't mean to brag, but I'm proud to say I've been called in on a number of high-difficulty operations. This one, however, was far and away the most challenging one I've ever undertaken. A key factor in its success was being able to utilize the artificial cardiopulmonary device provided specifically for the surgery. The Intelligence Division and the Railway Military Police truly have my gratitude for making this possible. Judging my reactions, I'm assuming you know exactly who took care of it. If possible, I'd appreciate you conveying my gratitude to the appropriate parties. Understood. I'll see what I can do. Now then, I should get back to work. Jormungand, Mill Mirage, and Shining Steel. Remy Ferry will have to keep a watchful eye on all three. Forgive me for not being able to help any more than that. I wish you good luck. And Eiyu's willing, I pray you manage to find the hope in all this that no one else could. We'll absolutely try. By the way, about the Major. If possible, can you forget about that for the time being? He's already made up his mind. I fear he may have prepared himself for this from the very beginning. It's better now that you and I concentrate on the tests before us. That's the reason I came to this country, not him. Got it. I promise you we'll find a way to break the hold of this curse once and for all. It's a relief just to hear you say that. I'll be wishing you the best of luck. Hey you guys. I've heard about what you're doing. You're trying to stop all this craziness, right? This is where you've been, Anton. Yep, I actually got to see Sharon yesterday, too. All my searching has paid off. I was finally able to tell her how I feel, and learned a lot about her in the process. And since it doesn't look like I'll be able to get an airship ticket for a while, I decided to hold out here. Master Anton, you were a tremendous help to me yesterday. If you like, I can arrange a safe cottage for a long-term stay. Don't worry about that, Sharon. I said some things that were out of line yesterday, but I want to see what the future holds for you and the others. And just because I can't do anything doesn't mean I'm going to run and hide. Anton. Understood. Please be careful. You got it. I'll pray to Eidos for your success. Hey, all things considered, that Arkansas rehearsal went pretty phenomenally, didn't it? Dolly's grown so much. I bet Rishia is all over the moon about it too. Speaking of which, she's heading every which way these days, mostly abroad. I just hope that she doesn't overdo things. It's actually a pretty big worry of mine. She does have a habit of pushing herself too hard. In any case, I hope that they'll end the war as soon as humanly possible. I can't wait for the day where Rishia and I can go on one of our little shopping extravaganzas again. I have many acquaintances in Calvard. Having to face off against any of them would be far from comfortable. But that's a separate issue entirely, one that has nothing to do with my customers. As long as there are still orders coming in, I will focus on saying the dishes out. Let me move. I wrote to my family back in Calvard. I wanted to make sure they were doing alright. They wrote back saying they were fine and told me to just do what I can my own way. I'm not usually one for being all gung-ho, but I figure I can throw myself into my work a little more. It's almost time for the war to start, and with it, Operation Shining Steel. We obviously can't be seen taking sides, but if you need any extra intel, you know who to call. Much appreciated, thanks. Your next piece is taking you two to the front lines, right? We are. After all, it seems that Crossbell is going to be a pivotal front for in this war. It's an intimidating task to be sure, but we can't get any first-hand intel without facing a little danger. I think we're up to the challenge. Oh, and guess what? I finally got Rean to come clean to me last night. Even his heart's with his hometown. It's nice to know I can count on this guy when the chips are down. I can't believe you wore me down like that. You really are relentless. Sounds like you're in a tough position, Reins. Well, I do feel better for getting it off my chest, at least. Even on the front line, I'm going to be leaking up to the minute until the Mill Mirage. If anything, I feel kind of bad for dragging Grace into it. Don't be like that, Reins. We're partners. I know you're worried for my safety, and I appreciate that. There are times when a journalist can't back down. We have a duty to bring the truth to the light, no matter how dangerous it might be. Grace. Besides, this crazy bet of ours started the moment we released that special edition this morning. Now take me into the Valley of Death and let me do my job. This year's Pulitzer Prize is as good as mine. You're even more stubborn than usual. Sometimes I wonder if I should have picked a different agency to infiltrate. Huh. Well, we better head out. We'll be doing our part, so you go ahead and do yours, okay? Thanks, I'll be counting on you. One way or another, we'll stop this world from ending. I'll do what I can to support you behind the scenes, too. Well, it isn't the kiddos. And Fee, too. Quite the party you had last night. I hate to have to ask, but nothing happened, did it? Unfortunately not. Hey. Yeah, that's all well and good. I'm sure this would have changed if I actually picked Fee. But it doesn't matter how you answered, really. One way or another, you'll get what's coming to ya. Can you blame us for being suspicious after you whisk our Fee away to some banquet? Do you make that sound a little less like I'm going to be murdered in my sleep? So I'm assuming you're here to help out with our preparations. Yeah, something like that. Besides, these guys are my regulars. Their contract just ran out, so I'm gonna be supporting you gratis, just this once. Be sure and go say hi to the Stall River at some point, okay? Anything you say, eh? Much obliged. Don't be. Rutger was always good to me, so this is me paying it back a little. Alright, we'll open up the path for you to do your thing. Okay, there should be an event here. Mother, grandfather, thank you for everything. Oh, it's you. I take it you've taken care of everything that needs to be dealt with before the war starts. Yeah, we have. How are things going on your end? I personally handed out the order to stop the production of the Zauber Soldat line. We're also revising the armament production policies that we've let the government dictate until now. We need to look into that into initial running costs, so I won't lie, there's no way we can keep up with all their demands. We don't have systems in place to accommodate the current level of production. Even if the Imperial Army conquers Calvard, the Empire won't be able to afford the upkeep of all those troops. Looks like they won't stop though. They have only one immediate goals in mind. Yes, so it seems. We don't have infinite resources here, but we're a business, and we'll make the most of it. They could arrest us, but I doubt anyone else could run the company better. It'll eventually boil down to a battle of wills between us and the government. That's right, I doubt Heidel can do everything by himself. I expect nothing less from the Chairman and the Great Master. Yeah, but don't overdo it, alright? Remember, you're not in this alone. We'll be doing our part too. But of course. Elisa, Sharon, you better come home, safe, or else. Don't worry, Mother, we'll be back. I promise we will all return together. Come back in one piece, Rean. You've got to look after Elisa and your students. I will, I promise. I knew you'd come. Welcome, Operation Shining Steel. Lieutenant Kayla, I wasn't expecting to see you here. Are the CID and Heiyue collaborating somehow? It's not strange that you might link. Heiyue was originally a mutual aid society for immigrants from the East, after all. We made deals like this all the time, back in the Republic. Behind the scenes, though, naturally. We're not blind to what's going on, of course. We merely intend to make the best use of the resources at our disposal. And these CID's supply of intel will give us a better sense of precisely how the world is falling apart. And we have a deal. The CID will provide relevant intel in return for Heiyue's assistance in certain matters. Agreed. I look forward to working with you, Miss CID agent. Or I guess this is a good thing. Yeah, they've worked things out between themselves. No need for us to question it. Every new point of contact helps. You never know what they might be able to tell us. Well, if it isn't the Forest crew. What, you guys come all the way just to say hello? Just while we check in is all. Are you analyzing today's technical data? Yeah, I have it all pretty much set up. I've got access to data from the Courageous 2, you guys, and allies scattered all over the place. Not to mention visuals on the Viceland troops and the Imperial Army. Put it all together, and we've got a pretty good pick of the overall sitch. That's impressive. You had to hack the system to access all that, didn't you? Now we just had one of the Army's data division guys give us a little in. Believe me, we've got this data fair and square, no felonies required. And it was still kind of a gray area, but hey, none of it was explicitly illegal, you know? There's no risk of us getting booted from the system in the middle of battle or anything like that, at least. Oh, and by the way, the systems engineer helping us out, also a Force graduate. He's with the Arc Royale. Data division, huh? That's the same as computer and network technology. Guess it must have been Stefan. But I definitely wouldn't expect him to help out with something like this. Hey, having connections makes all the difference, right? So many people are being affected by this whole mess. Ilya, Rishia, everyone back in Northumbria. I want to do my part too. But unlike me, you and the SSS get to actually go and fight up close. It kind of sucks, honestly. Oh well, at least I can do is guard this guy if any idea patrol soldiers stumble upon us. That's an important job in itself. Best of luck with it. The least you can do. Look, I don't need a babysitter, okay? Remember when you face planted over your own feet while we were running away? Robert's asked me to look after you. You wouldn't last a second without me. Can a guy just go just one day without having his self-respect hacked apart? Okay guys, let's leave him be. When all said and done though, he's just as reliable an ally as any. Oh wait, I almost forgot something. The IDF's really been cracking down on the security around Orchis Tower, but it turns out they missed a spot. What spot do you mean? That. You know the elevator to the thaumaturgical sector? Apparently it's still working, but no one's been guarding the place for some reason. No small wonder to me, they're as busy enough as it is. I see, thanks for the info. I should probably consider checking it out at some point. Just a heads up, by the way, we're going to be starting operations in a few hours. I'll be counting on you two to help back us up. You got it, for sure. Wonder if there's any mobs that are good for UMAT farming. So can I really get... How do I access it from here? Guess I have to walk there manually. Or no. Okay, we can go through here now. It's unlocked. Orchis Tower outer wall. And this takes us back to the Geo front. There's a save point, but is there anything to fight up here? You think they would have put like a mini boss here? I can't even use my attack button either. Investigate. Black Zemurian Ore. I think that's enough for another full piece. Seems there's something going on here. Is this the final fish? What are all the members of the Fisherman's Guild and the Imperial Fishing Club doing here? Rean, you came at a good time. According to the gentleman here, the legendary Great Guardian was spotted in the lake just this morning. The Great Guardian? Why, anglers have passed on a tale of this great fish for generations. Right, I heard tell of it from Mr. Fisher. Old Man Rod filled me in on the details just the other day. It's appeared during pivotal points over the course of Erebonia's history. Over the course of history, how old can this fish be? Some claim it's over 500 years old. The fish was officially dubbed with the name Grand Lake Lord. The first known record of its appearance is from the Middle Ages, and my family name Lake Lord even originates from its sightings. That's where your name comes from. My ancestors were all absolute fishing fanatics. We have this story in my household, you see. From the simple rainbow trout was the extraordinary Grand Lake Lord born. The Great One who shows itself only when pandemonium and turmoil rules the Empire. Its glow is strange and ever radiant, will confound all lake dwellers it may cross. So when such time comes, fish it out by fair means or foul for the harmony of the Awari world. Or I think that means we need to catch it to prevent anything going awry with this fishing spot. That's our best guess. We don't know where or not the Great Lake Lord is stirring up trouble. But the legends say it appeared during the War of the Lions and decimated the diversity of the fish in the lake. That's bad, huh? With that in mind, we were thinking of to take up the challenge and catch this Grand Lake Lord. Sounds like the fish version of Ishmelga. I consider it fate that the legendary guardian of the empires showed itself here of all places. It's been my family's long-held aspiration to see the very fish that inspired our name caught. However, neither myself nor the other Lake Lords are particularly concerned with being the ones to reel it in ourselves, so long as we witness the catch. That's right, how would you guys like to help out? We're gonna need some real skill to catch a legendary guardian, you know? I don't think this should prove too much of a problem for you, Rean. You got it, I'm happy to help out however I can. How to catch Guardian. You must make Rean the main character. You also need to have over 29 species.
There! Got a bite! Nice! Wow, this is a rare one!
Caught mystery fish. That was amazing. Well, look at that. Not that I ever doubted you. Well, you got me beat, fair and square. How truly refreshing. This officially marks the end of a mighty struggle that has raged for centuries. We've been witness to the birth of a brand new legend. Well, it was pretty tough. I'm glad I managed to even pull it out of the water. I would have never had a chance if I hadn't learned from the very best. I just hope I didn't take the fun away from the rest of you, though. Always so modest. Expert Angler is no longer a sufficient title to recognize your achievements. From this point forward, you'll be known as Divine Angler. Divine Angler, that's the same title Estelle and Lloyd earned themselves. Compared to that, I'm greener than this here lake water. Estelle and Lloyd too, I hadn't realized. Should I also bestow the ultimate title of Fishing Emperor? Oh, you fit right in with Dad, William, and I in that case, Rean. I think there should be a better title for catching the legendary Great Guardian. A title better than Fishing Emperor? Is there really such a thing? The Ashen Fisher? What do you think, Pops? I think you're absolutely right. Let's give this young man the same title I hold. Angler God. Here, go on and take this. Angler God Badge. Father, have you gone insane? Wait, what? Father, wait, that means you're Kenneth's grandfather. Also known as Lake Lord the First, founder and president of the Lake Lord Company. Ho ho, well yes, that'd be me. To be frank, I'm astonished. I surely wish you'd take your role as company president more seriously. That aside, are you really sure you should be giving Rean the same title you hold? Of course, he has done more than enough to earn the right to bear that accolade. As the current representative of the Lake Lord family, allow me to thank you again. You did well to catch the Grand Lake Lord. We still need to keep an eye on things, but I expect the waters of the Empire will turn out to be far more peaceful now. I really don't think I did anything that special. Well, all the same. It's not like you can eat a title, so it's no use to me. Ho ho! There you have it. Guess you're officially an Angler God, Rean. You clearly know your way around the rod, so feel free to give us advice on how we should run the Lake Lord Company anytime. We'd be glad to hear from a real enthusiast. I really don't think it'd be right for me to tell you how to run your business. If you ever need my help, just let me know, anytime. I'll come running with my fishing rod again. Works for me. Thanks. I can't believe that he's the Lake Lord Company's president. But what an honor to be in his presence. When the war comes, we won't have this privilege anymore. What a great memory to have made. A person who can cook the Grand Lake Lord is certainly a person to look up to. As head of this Fisherman's Guild branch, and as an honest fellow angler, I give you my full respect and admiration. Thanks. Sure was a blast rubbing shoulders with the Imperial Fishing Club. Sure things may have been a little rough lately, but that really put a smile on my face. I cannot thank you enough. The way you handled your rod as you brought in the Grand Lake Lord was a true sight to behold. Loath as I am to see that, you have proven yourself the worthy possessor of the title of Angler God. Live well and fish even better, so that you never sully this great honor. I'm glad I met a youngster like you, Rean. Not only are you the Angler God now, but you're also a good pal of my Kenneth's. I look forward to seeing more of you in the future. I'll be looking forward to that too. But I'm not going to lie, it's mighty disappointing I couldn't catch the big one my family's longed for all this time. But maybe there's another big one out there. I've just got to search for it. I can see where Kenneth gets it now. It was a blast getting to fish with everybody like this. We even got to see the birth of a brand new fishing legend. I can't think of how it could have gotten any better. Yeah, it was like a dream come true. Now that it's over though, I can't help but feel a little sad. So this is where Kenneth and I part ways. I still haven't told him how I feel, but... Oh, don't look so down, Annabelle. Our fishing tour of the continent is going to be just as fun, maybe even more so. Kenneth, you remembered. You're absolutely right. I'm so excited about it, I can barely sleep. I even rushed out and bought some new traveling boots this morning. Yeah, I'm really excited myself. And not just about the fishing. I'm excited to go on an adventure, just you and me. Huh? The thing is, I really like you, Annabelle, and I want to be with you always. You were trying to tell me the same thing yesterday, weren't you? Yes, that's exactly right. I love you, Kenneth. I have for a long time now. It looks like all the slaughter ends well. Do you have anything to say to this about this, Freddy? That is actually that is a profound thing to say, huh? Okay, but I'm gonna sell the ultimate fish now. Sen and Gem. Magic Evasion.
Come again!
Okay, so are we allowed to head in? Yes, we can. No need to get permission. Black Zemurian Ore. Okay, that should be enough for another ultimate weapon. But who should... I picked Rean, of course, but who should I give it to next time? Probably Yuna, because her stat growth is kind of crap. She kind of needs... something to give her a fighting chance. Okay, bad news. The game will not let me teleport out of here. That means something's gonna happen the moment I try to leave this room. I'm saving a separate slot. maybe I might get killed if I on the way down. Who knows? Or maybe it's only this one area that I can't quick travel out of. I don't know. Maybe they just forgot to implement it. Oh, now I can do it. So weird. That's very weird. Actually, it turns out I have 2 more black Zemurian ores. I think one of the ones I got was a full ore instead of just a shard. It might have been the book one. So now I can pick 2 people's. Okay, obviously go with Yuna's because she has a greater need than anyone else here. And I need to pick someone else. Yes. Alright, I guess I'll go with the one for Ash just because his S-Craft is a single target when he's gonna need to deal even more damage to compensate.
See ya!
There's some kind of event over here. Oh, it's you lot. Mine now, what are you all doing here? Enya, we just decided to stop by as it were. I didn't think we'd run into you free. Especially you, Bluebond. Were you planning on helping us out again? My apologies, dear boy, but given my position, I can't do anything too overt. What I am capable of, however, is sending these lovely ladies along with Zephyr onto the final stage. So then that airship is... Well, of course, I thought it would be just the thing to suit our needs. You may say I liberated it from our dear companions, the enhanced Jaegers. Impressive. I doubt anyone in the Ouroboros could match your thieving skills. Except, well, Maria Bell could. No, don't think of it as thievery per se. Just a little prestidigitation for you. Imagine your little prestidigitation explains the rumor about Imperial tanks going missing then. Well, methods aside, you must admit he comes through in a pinch. Guess I can't deny that. It's unbelievable, really. In any case, I think we have a good grasp of the situation now. Apart from maybe one thing. You must be speaking of the lance and the helmet. I plan to leave them here as a tribute to my Lord Arianrhod's memory. It might not be much for now, but when all this is over, we'll come back and pay our respects properly. Good idea, maybe I'll join you. I see, I can think of no better place for it. Alas, the world really has lost one of its brightest stars. Yet even in the midst of all this melancholy, there's still beauty to be found. The blue pleroma grass weaving in and out around the maiden's armor. It's quite a touching sight. I feel it would be only right to preserve this image for all eternity. You mean take a photo? The scene does have a certain aesthetic quality to it. I'm sure our Lord wouldn't mind. Do as you please. Well, if you are all okay with it, then let's go ahead. The Phantom Thief is just as brazen as ever. I will push him from my mind. All that matters now is that we give our all to neutralize the assault pail. My arrows will fly straight and strike true. Yeah, I think you'll be very impressed. We'll all join up again at noon. Be ready. This is the spot I have to take it from. There they are, the lance and helmet the lance maiden, no, Leanne left behind. There's something rather mystical about the way they rest here amongst the pleroma grass. Well, if I got the all clear from the members of the Soul Bearer, it should be okay for me to take a quick picture, right? Perfect, I'll send it to Rex when I get a chance.
Hey, let me take a picture. Whoa, here's a little something.
Photo of Claudia. Let me see, that's 16 photos total. That's enough material for my culture column for some time. I owe you, Rean. Say thanks to the other forest folks from me too, okay? Sure, we'll do. I've got something for you, in return for helping me out. I'm sending it out now, enjoy. Retro Viewfinder. Awesome, thanks Rex. What you thanking me for? I owe you lots. Anyway, take care and good luck. Claudia. Okay, I wonder if I have enough for the others yet. Probably not. didn't know you were all here. I'm sorry, my mind has been entirely on the war. Seems they're broadcasting the situation over the radio now that the war's about to start. It's apparently all propaganda to increase support for the war. There isn't supposed to be any risk to the city itself, unlike during 2 years ago. I've talked things over with my husband, and we've decided to keep a close eye on the situation so that nothing like what happened last time will ever happen again. You know, look after yourself. I expect you to come home safely. I'll pray for your well-being. Thanks, Mom. You guys take care too. You don't need to worry about us. Okay, it's all ready. Yay, looks great. Ken, Nana, what are you doing in my room? Oh, perfect, you're all here. Good timing. Huh? This is for you, Action Chevalier. Brave soul. Thank you, but are you sure you wanted to give this to me? Of course. It's always been our treasure, but we wanted to wrap it up nice for you. We even used one of Yuna's old ribbons. I thought that looked familiar. Wait, hey. Hey, we wanted to thank you somehow. I mean, you did save our lives and all. We've been trying to think of a good way to pay you back all this time. Yeah, and this is what we came up with. Well, thank you so much. I promise I'll take good care of it. Hey, good. Mom and Dad have been looking kind of gloomy lately. But now that you're here, they'll be fine. We've got heroes on our side. Don't let the bad guys get you down. Of course, you'll be safe under the watchful eye of the Ashen Chevalier. You two take care, okay? And be sure to listen to Mom and Dad. Sure. Good luck, Yuna. Don't let the team down. Okay, go to Stargazers. I wanted a change of scenery, so I thought it would be nice to come out here to the highway of Chiruru. But it's not really creepy. I wonder why Chiruru seems fine. It might be better to stay home and listen to updates about the war on the radio, but that's not much fun either. The highway around Crossbell is practically my backyard, but there's something ominous in the air. Am I the only one who's noticed? Don't worry, we were aware too, but you shouldn't be out here right now. It's not safe. Don't linger longer than necessary. I won't, thank you. By the way, please take this. I carry these around just in case. They may come in handy. Thanks, I'm sure they will. Trial chest right here. Level 138. A spiritual presence.
This one's strong. Be careful.
Wow, that's pretty big.
Orchis, activate!
I'll handle this.
My turn. Orchis, activate! It's my turn. Weak!
Ah, shit.
Let's go.
It's using a combination of physicals and magic here. That's gonna be very troublesome.
I'm up!
Okay, Luminous Abyss.
Eternal. Leave it to me.
Now I need to loop this guy.
Let's go.
Absolute delay.
This is the... It's my turn.
I don't think anyone here has auto charge,
Let's go.
which kind of sucks.
Let's go. It's my turn.
Okay, heal my CP back.
Delicious. It's my turn.
Do this.
Let's go.
Howling Heavens. AT delay some more.
This. Leave it to me.
If I can just leave it in the dust, that would be great.
Leave it to me. Leave it to me.
Okay.
It's my turn.
Grandma's cheeky tart.
That was delicious. Leave it to me. Let's go.
Howling Heavens again. Okay, it's almost time for me to get Rean to do his thing again.
Sure. Eternally.
There, broke ya. Everyone should have plenty of speed to deal with this guy. Hold on. You need one battle scope here. Nuke you with Root Radiant Blade.
My turn.
Nuke you with Sinner's Revelry. Okay, we won.
Done already?
Regulus leveled up. Well, I actually should. Yeah, it turns out these things don't level up unless they're in your active party. That kind of sucks. Well, active or reserve party, actually.
I need to keep getting better.
Oh, he also. Oh, I should have used him to make him learn his actual final S-craft. Oh well. That was pretty dumb of me. I should always prime them before sending them up against the trial chest. Okay, this dungeon is going to have an annoying mirror enemy, so that's gonna suck. If only I could all cancel. Wait a minute. Is Rean able to all cancel it? I don't think he can all cancel permanent effects, so that probably wouldn't work. Yeah, I remember Osborne could not all cancel Rean's buffs, no matter how hard he tried. Because Rean had permanent buffs just for that one battle. So, yeah, I'm just gonna have to make sure I don't screw this up, but actually, it's gonna be really difficult.
Now, let's go.
Since most of our attacks have really big AoEs, it'll be hard to just only hit one at a time. This thing. I may just solve for dodging it.
Yes! An opening!
Okay. That's... Okay, red should be physical reflect, I think.
Thanks. Let's go!
Do I have enough battle scopes? I have 21. That should be enough for this dungeon.
I'm up!
Okay, at this fork, I have to go down here to get a treasure. Brave Seed. Oh no, it's another mirror enemy. It looks like there's a dead end on this side here. Get him away. I'll deal with you after I investigate.
Looks like we hit the jackpot!
Genbu. Okay, I think this might be a dead end. Yes.
Oh, it's a treasure chest.
Passionate Rouge. And a bunch of Sepith. Okay, I think that's it for this part. I don't think the outside area ever has enemies, but it looks like there's something on top.
Ready!
More lies ahead.
Okay. Now I can activate the switch here. Is that the one I need? I need to get a chest, I need to activate yet another switch. Right past this eyeball enemy. Let's head across here. UMAT times 5. These days it takes hundreds. I had to spend hundreds of UMATs just to get everyone noble and Scanda gems. Well, at least for my non-guest characters. Yeah, speed advantage enemies have on Nightmare is kind of ridiculous, so I figure I need a bit of an edge. Even now I'm slower than most bosses, but it's not completely hopeless anymore. Seems to be some kind of dead end with a switch. Alright, now I need to go fight this guy to claim the treasure.
It's my turn! Heiyue! This one's strong! Be careful! Oh, a treasure chest.
Umbral Geyer. Okay, we're on the right track here.
Ready.
There's the dead end we were at before. Ah, mirror. Okay, outside too. Okay, we are getting checkpoints, so if I need to, I can always just run out of here and reorganize my team. Zerum Powder. Almost to the top now. Just one more big enemy to go.
It's my turn!
Let's go! Heiyue!
What a passionate foe!
Ready.
Okay, to the rooftop.
Seems like a good spot for a break. Do be careful.
Loa Phantasma, the empty shade.
What a passionate foe!
Demon Unchained.
It's my turn!
There's no special drop from this one.
Shit!
It's my turn!
Luminous Abyss.
Eternally flowing. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. First. Second. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Seventh. 8 leaves. Luminous Abyss!
It's my turn!
Frozen Epoch.
Orchis, activate! I shall go.
Can't get that out in time, can I? Well, no matter.
Now.
Give you some kind of ATS booster. Okay, this one tastes gross, but it'll at least allow you to do a ton of damage.
Yeah! Now.
See, Crescent Mirror to be safe. Or should I go with Fortuna?
Charging!
I don't know how much has been delayed by. Since I don't need an evade tank right now, I'm just gonna swap you out for Gaius.
You got this!
I'll take over.
Gaius, you just delay it some more until I feel safe. Now that
Leave it to me.
your S-Craft can delay even more than before.
This is... Let's go.
It's a delay at 31, that's not bad. Let's see if we can do better.
Leave it to me.
Also, I should take the opportunity to have Rean do his S-Craft whenever he gets to 100.
It's my
Oh,
turn.
nice crit. He's almost dead already, wow. He didn't even get a turn. That's how I feel whenever enemies get to a million turns before I do. Okay. Just in case, battle scope in case I can't scan it normally. There.
Let's go. Let's go.
Golden
Leave
Howl.
it to me.
I'll support.
Thank you. Let's go. This is... It's my turn.
He's been delayed enough, I think. Yeah, I think I can just... I think I'm better off just having everyone hit this thing, hit it and link with Rean until we win.
Crap! Leave it to me.
It's down! An opening!
Yes! Let's go!
An opening!
I shall go.
The semi-final boss of the first game and the final boss of the second game are no match for me now.
All right, nice work.
You defeated Loa Phantasma. Aeonian Emperor Lost Arts. That's pretty much it for Lost Arts, I think. Who's calling? This is Schwarzer.
Oh, nice. Looks like the connection went through.
Hey, Tobal. What's the hurry? Something to do with Operation Shining Steel? No, that's all according to plan. I'm calling about something else. What is it? You know what? I've got connections with the Growl's Ritter, right? Well, its leader requested I look into something for them independently from Thomas and Gaius. Devils whose appearance in Erebonia coincide with the onset of the Great Twilight. They're evil spirits from another plane, the 77 devils described in the scriptures. They're not creatures of this land, like cryptids or magic knights. They shouldn't be responding to the Great Twilight in the same way, so what drove them to start popping up all over the place? My investigations indicate they may be drawn to something specific. To those who possess the type of power they want to feed on. A spiritual power originating from Eidos. You mean... Sorry, I don't know much more beyond that. However, this definitely changes things. There are all sorts of factions involved in this. You, Matthias, the Divine Blade of Wind, Yin. Bracers and many others. Your efforts have helped take out plenty of regular devils already. That hasn't been without certain side effects. You've been creating ripples in the fabric of fate. It's not something I discovered myself. I just heard about it from Kia and Beryl. Kia and Beryl? I think I'm beginning to understand it now. Heh, it took you a while, Rean. Oh, speaking of the devil. Hiya, Rean. Thanks for your help earlier. So Tobal, Beryl, and I teamed up for this one. Tobal did the research, Beryl used her clairvoyance, and I worked my stuff, so now we have an idea of where to look. I see. That's right, Kia can sense the ebb and flow of fate. Or so how did Beryl end up working with you on this? No need to get wrapped up in the details. Hear my final prophecy. Your duty calls to search what lies within the sacred shrine, which, according to my findings, is somewhere in southwestern Lemaire. And I saw some kind of seaside grotto in a vision. Got it, thank you all. We've got to start our operation soon, but I'll try to look for a place, if I get an idea of where exactly it might be. We'll be looking for it too, so long as there's time left. Good luck, Rean. Well, may you be blessed in the afterlife. But I have 3 hints to go on. I should see if I can find a place. Question mark quest started. Unfortunately, that's the quest that they say I have to postpone if I want to get a secret cutscene, which kind of sucks. Really, they should have just made it so that the quest would be available later, instead of now, and then tell me I have to postpone it to get the most out of it. Okay, let's just see what I can report. Battle notes.
Alright! Whoa!
Got power droplet times 4 and fortitude droplet times 4. 80%. Chevalier. A Master Quartz, where do you get it? Oh, it was at ZCF over in Liberal, citing some of the communications tech they got. They were researching brand new types of quartz there, so I got one. You'll make a better use of it than me, I think. That's very generous of you. I really appreciate it. That'll go well with Gaius. But I can still report them.
Now! Oh, wow!
60%, 70%, 80%, 90%. And that's over 80% of the data collected. I suppose I owe you something special for your trouble, huh? Magius. That's the Master Quartz. Sure is. Guess who went to do a little interview at the Epstein Foundation while in hiding? I'll spare you suspense. It was me. Anywho, that's when I got you this quartz. Hope it helps. Oh, I see. Thanks, BB. I'll make good use of it. You can be sure of that. I can still report these in case I get 100%, but I don't think that's possible.
Tell me of your glorious exploits.
The highest rank? I'm at a loss for words.
Yeah, unfortunately, I won't be able to get to the final AP until I get around to completing that postponed quest.
A reward for your troubles.
Crimson Red Analyst. Unbreakable.
Outstanding. The Thor's alumnus in me couldn't be prouder. A reward for your troubles.
Blazing Wing Lion Medal.
Well, well, not bad at all.
Ciao for now, Rean.
Thanks for tuning into this Let's Play of The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 4. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.